reporter Georgina Rannard is outside the High Court this morning for us. Georgina, what do we expect to hear?
So this is the first in a three-day hearing, and it's been a case with lots of twists and turns. It's been quite controversial at times. We'll be hearing arguments from two climate groups who are opposing this mine in Whitehaven. It's planned to be the first coking coal mine in 30 years. That's to produce coal for the steel industry. And those campaign groups say that planning permission given by the previous government was unlawful because it didn't take into consideration the emissions from actually burning that coal. We'll be hearing speeches from some of those supporters in the steps behind me quite shortly. And we'll also be hearing arguments from the lawyers for the mine, West Cumbria Mining, who say that they plan to open the first net zero mine, and they will mitigate the emissions which contribute to climate change caused by building and running the mine. Now, two things have changed since planning permission was given for this mine in 2022. The first, of course, is we have a new government elected just over a week ago. And the second is that a really major ruling was made in the Supreme Court, the highest court, last month, which ruled that another fossil fuel project was unlawful because it didn't consider the emissions from burning its product. And we're expecting those arguments to affect the hearing today.
Georgina, outside the High Court, thank you. Georgina Rannard is outside the High Court for us in London this morning. How do we expect things to play out today, Georgina?
So this mine in Whitehaven in Cumbria would be the first coal mine in 30 years to open if it does go ahead. Now, you might think that new coal mines are a thing of the past, and that's exactly what these campaigners who are protesting behind me right now are saying. They're saying that when the last government gave planning permission for this mine, they should have considered the emissions from actually burning the coal, which is for use in the steel industry, rather than just running and building the mine. And they're the arguments we're expecting the two campaign groups, Friends of the Earth and South Links Action on Climate Change, to take to the High Court today. Now, the mine has said, and we will hear those arguments tomorrow, that they plan to run a green mine, a net zero mine, because they say they will offset the emissions caused by building the mine. And it really gets to the heart, it sounds technical, it gets to the heart of a debate. Can the UK build new fossil fuel projects and keep...
Conversation to be had. Georgina, outside the High Court, thank you.
Loud conversation.